Tonight, from Soldier Field in Chicago, it's Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. We'll see Mitchell Trubisky and the Chicago Bears taking on Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Bucs, it's been all systems go in this first month. They're off to a 4-0 start.
And it's got folks believing that this is a team that's built to go all the way. You can't win the Super Bowl in September, but they're telling everyone that they're going to be there in the end.
First time with Tariq Cohen. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with to have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
That one broken up by David Long on the defensive end.
I spotted man coverage on the outside. I expect we'll see a lot of that from this defense as this game moves on. And that was a good job there as that one was knocked away.
36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. First try on offense for the Bucs and their veteran quarterback, Tom Brady.
If you're the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and you have a chance to get Tom Brady, you take that opportunity, even though Jameis Winston is your quarterback last year. Threw for over 5,100 yards, but he also threw 30 interceptions. Tom Brady threw just 8 in New England last season. They figured that can be the difference to get that team into the playoffs and maybe back to the Super Bowl.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. The Georgia man, Roquan Smith, came in and got it. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
On second down, here's Brady. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Well, whenever you talk about players that really broke out in the 2019 season, you better add Chris Godwin to that list. Over 1,300 yards receiving, 9 touchdowns. He was second among receivers last season receiving yards per game at 95. This guy combines great body control, excellent strength, and terrific route running ability to become a really big downfield threat.
Brady's throw there complete, and he's got this down to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody come. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Number 13.
Mike Evans with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bucs have taken a first quarter lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Taken in the end zone, and Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game, and they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Tampa Bay.
From midfield, here's Brady. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Now they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? A pretty decent gain on the tough run before he's brought down at the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 25 on second down, Brady, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Shotgun now for Brady. Escaping the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. Brady not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it here on 4th. He'll go for it. It's Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Bears will get the football back. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
They'll run on second down with Cohen. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Cohen.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Ronald Jones, the ball carrier.
But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Jones, the ball carrier. He was taken down at the 50.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run, and that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This one complete to Scott Miller. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Working from the gun, it's Brady. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Brady. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady. They're targeting Godwin once more, this time complete. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A very solid gain of 27.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Chris Godwin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Here's Gay now to add the extra point.
The defense is doing their best, but they're struggling right now. They'll look for some help from their own offense to keep them in the game.
And it's good to make it 14-0. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this carries into the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
25-yard.
Tariq Cohen and the rest of the offense heading back out there. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
It's so educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. A gain of 6 there on first. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line.
Brings up second.
A play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky. Lost the football. And the Buccaneers have it.
The second down pass.
Football partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. It's 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
At the Bears' 46-yard line.
From the gun, Brady. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Brady going to go on 4th down. And that is going to be incomplete. The Bucs try it on 4th down but come up empty. And the Bears will get the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Pat O'Donnell.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And this offense trotting back onto the field Let's turn our attention here to Ronald Jones. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far, here in the second quarter. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And, you know, he may not have the franchise tag, but I bet they're relieved to have that deal done, keep him around.
And he's a good guy, a valuable player to them, and they wanted to make sure they had him around. Good team chemistry, always hard to find, and when you've got it, you don't want to let it get away.
The tackle by Robert Quinn.
The tackle made by Robert Quinn. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Bears' 45-yard line.
On 2nd and 9. Brady looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. The 20. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 17-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brady. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and this is picked up by the Bears. And he's into the clear. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Trubisky. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way. And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Tampa Bay offense and Ronald Jones leading them out. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
On first down, Brady. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
And a Buccaneer first down.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Tom Brady, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
On for the point after.
Boy, so if you are scoring at home, Charles, and God bless you if you are, but that's now 3 drives and 3 touchdowns.
So in a baseball game, wouldn't that wreak havoc on your scorecard?
Yes.
I mean, with all the action that's happening now, how they got here, whatever cliche you want to bring into it, they're locked into a groove. They're clicking on all cylinders. Bottom line, they're piling up the points.
The kickoff for Tampa Bay.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now this offense trotting back onto the field. Let's turn our attention here to Ronald Jones. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, trying to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Brady finds his man. Watson over the middle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
1st down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Brady. And this is caught by Evans. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 30 yards there.
6-yard line.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. From the gun, Brady. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
This will make it into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And no reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on 1st down. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and CD in a minute. First, it's time to take a look at what we've got coming your way this weekend in the NFL. Good games galore in that Sunday lineup. We'll highlight the one going on in Atlanta. A big one for the Falcons.
And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10.
Hey, 66.
Operating from the gun, Brady, and he fires one incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Akeem Talib, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
On the pickup.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Took till the 2nd half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Handoff comes to Montgomery. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Nice gain there by the 2nd-year runner out of Iowa State, David Montgomery, who often finishes his runs moving forward and knocking defenders back. He finished tied with Josh Jacobs for the most carries by a rookie last year.
And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown Bears. Allen Robinson. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears cut into that lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. This is Tony Pollard. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10. At their own 28-yard line.
Back now comes Tampa Bay. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Tampa Bay.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
The throw here going to be complete to Gordon. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Gordon.
2nd down and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 40.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. He completes it to Evans. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to make it 4th down. Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Gets it to Gordon. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Fournette. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll go with a big bank Fournette, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Leonard Fournette, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. So they went for it from the 1 on 4th and goal, and they got it done.
Is this the new NFL?
This is the new NFL.
This is the updated NFL, and I like it. I know that quarterbacks across the league have spent the entire offseason and even during the season lobbying their coaches to go for it more on 4th down. Let's go get it, because nowadays you've got to score points to win games in the NFL. You can't just rely on your defense to hold them.
I think the quarterbacks want to eliminate field goals inside of 30 yards probably.
Well, listen, they have enough confidence in themselves that they can call plays and make plays that they won't need those field goals inside the 30.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll begin by dropping it off to Montgomery. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Ball carrier.
2nd and 4.
By Carlton Davis. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. He finds Robinson.
Trubisky's pass complete to Allen Robinson.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Their own 35-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Back now at Soldier Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Hill. And he finds Howard complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
It's a loss of
now it's 2nd and 9.
Second and goal at the 9-yard line.
Out of the gun, Hill. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call.
Offense.
And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal. From the gun, here's Hill. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown.
Complete to
Justin Watson, his first touchdown on the year. And this Buccaneer offense, they're running away with this one. They seemingly just continue to score at will, and as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win, but one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
This taken in about 4 yards deep, and Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. That's complete to Robinson. That catch good for only a couple. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
27-yard line.
Here's Trubisky. He's got the hook up to Miller. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now Trubisky on 1st down. Robinson's got it. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 10 more there and another 1st down.
1st down.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. That one broken up by David Long on the defensive end. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. The screen pass here to Cohen. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. The Bears on 3rd down. Just one conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This will be 3rd and 15. And quickly into the hands of Robinson. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 32-yard line. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Looking to throw Trubisky on 1st down. And Graham's got it. Complete. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
It's a pickup of 6.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
26-yard line.
Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Again, it's Trubisky. Able to find Harris, complete. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. That's complete, right around the 8. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. It's a gain of 9. Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard, maybe a touch less. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Anthony Miller, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears are in for 6.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
And that'll cut the lead down to 28. So that one a long 11-play drive. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10.
Mike Evans of the Tampa offense about to set up shop. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. From the gun, Hill, flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd. The Bucs on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Hill, hard throw, incomplete. Here's Bradley Pinion now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter.
It's 4th down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position.
54 Mike. Check.
On 1st down, Trubisky. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. 2nd and 15.
3-yard line.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. He completes this into the hands of Miller.
Trubisky's pass.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Well, there was a little extra pressure with that one because it was third down. He didn't care. He snagged it with one hand like it was routine.
The key is to make a play in a tough situation. Doesn't matter how, and in this case, one-handed gets it done. Terrific play for us to watch.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Ronald Jones, the ball.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
7-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he slings one that's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Chris Godwin, the intended receiver, and it's third down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, Hill. Got Gordon open, completes it. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Eluding the pressure right. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Taysom Hill with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And that'll increase their lead to 28. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was Taysom Hill who finished it off with a touchdown.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. Touchdown, Chicago! Allen Robinson, 75 yards, and the Bears get a bit closer. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 11 yards there, first down.
And a Buccaneer first down.
Now Hill looking to throw on first. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Operating from the gun. Hill able to get this to Gordon. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That's good for 28 yards.
A 28-yard gain.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Intended for Josh Gordon. Incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Play by Kyle Fuller.
To throw again. Hill. That's complete right around the 8. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
And this one through the uprights and good. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And this will make it into the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Gonna let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
Score, Buccaneers.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bucs, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina